The world needs fewer people in it. The first idea of killing came into my head when I was about 16, as I can imagine for a lot of killers like me. It was around that kind of adolescent age where you really have some strong passions running through you. And of course, it was the teacher I wanted to kill. You've always got to start somewhere, and even though I got away with it, it was certainly not the most ideal plan. And in fact, a classmate of mine, Andrew, ended up taking the rap for that one. But as far as I know, he's still in jail. It's not like you go through life without any guilt or remorse or conscience. I'm riddled with the anxieties and paranoias and feelings that are associated with such an incredible act. And believe me, it's an incredible act. Anyway, yes, my teacher. Don't get me wrong, I did plan it down. I wrote it all down. I had it detailed. How am I going to get away with this? And so I pieced it together bit by bit. So in a sense, there was already a skill in me for covering my tracks. However, like I said, the first time you do something is usually a bit scruffy. It felt so nice. I was expecting something else. I guess I was actually expecting something, and the whole idea is to go into such a thing without any expectation. And that's another thing, is the blood. You see blood, you cut yourself, and out comes the blood. Even when you cut yourself deeply, and I've cut myself a lot of times, the blood comes out, but it's just red blood. However, when you get that real arterial blood, it glistens. It's almost black. And the feeling that you get when it just gushes forth, it's almost like every bit of blood that is coming out of this person is adding energy to yourself. I went home, back to Mum and Dad's place, that's where I was living, and I just felt invincible. Some people smoke pee to feel invincible, but the difference is you've got to remain sharp, you've got to remain straight, and I think it's probably the same with most enduring performers. And you can see the parallel that I'm drawing here. Particularly a good performer who knows that they're not the ones delivering the goods, they're just a means by which the goods get delivered. They're the conduit. And that's how I feel about killing. But there have been times when I've killed somebody and it hasn't felt right, and I think that's largely due to me feeling like it's me doing it. You've got to get it clear in your head that you are serving a higher purpose. Now in my case, it's God himself, herself. I am trying to be open-minded here. When you're connected with God, he does simply tell you things that he wants you to do. Look at George Bush. It usually happens early in the morning, and I'm usually asleep, and I wake up. He says, I won't give you my real name, obviously. If you look in my eyes, I probably look quite trustworthy, but I'm not. God, yes, God. It's as simple as that. He'll wake you up, he'll say, listen, oop, I need you to kill this person. And you know why, because you've been on the receiving end of what they do. I'm always coming up against hardship here. I'm always coming up against generalizations and criticisms. But if you can make that connection with God, he will direct you. He shoots from the hip. Now, I mean, I can only speak from personal experience because some people I talk to think I'm mad. Obvious. Well, as you can see, I'm not. But he does. He shoots from the hip. And if any doubts enter your head, he makes it apparent immediately the reason why he wants you to kill this person. And I don't think it's in my best interest to deny God his wishes. If he's talking directly to me, then I should feel privileged that he wants me to do this thing. And I do. I mean, man, I don't know many people who actually have that kind of a connection with the big guy. Men, women, boys, girls, babies, infants. I don't discriminate. I've only killed a couple of elderly people, and that's mainly been because of frustrations through being on the road. But again, when you're in doubt, if you're in doubt and you're thinking, oh look, I'm just getting heated, I just need to relax, back off, give them a bit of space. Look, it's an old person, I can see the grey hair, I can see them cowering behind their steering wheel. And then God comes in and says, kill him. Kill him. I've finished with them anyway. And it's a perfect excuse too. I don't know how many times I've said, look, God told me to. And hey, again, it works for President Bush, doesn't it? Now, I'm quite open to the prospect that someone might turn around and kill me. Shoot me, stab me, as per instruction by the Lord himself. That's alright. I've spent a lot of time. I think I've come to grips with that one. That's another thing. You adopt your favourite way. I like injections these days. Injections are quiet and you can watch the life just slide out of your victim. And they look at you, and they can see you. The last thing they see is you. And the look on their face, it's amazing. Just so innocent. It's almost like a newborn baby. Without the crying. And of course, I do have a living. You've got to keep yourself occupied. You've got to cover your tracks. You've got to blend in. You've got to make out to those around you that you're a good guy or good girl. That can take a lot of effort. So, I don't know what else to tell you. It's a lot of fun. We love animals. I mean, I've never killed an animal, well, apart from when I was a kid or squashing an ant every now and then, but it's people, man. We gotta kill more people.